Hello, welcome back to Sushi LIVENODING. Earlier today, I've been doing this study of coat hanger. So coat hanger looks a little bit like this. And I was thinking maybe somewhat we can make some kind of procedural coat hanger, especially the one that looks like this. There's like a cylindrical part, and this part that simply it's just like a circular array, right? Should be pretty simple to create, but I'm thinking, okay, we can perhaps start with a grease pencil. And then here I'm actually playing around with this lathe or revolve. Revolve, of course, in sverchok generates a surface that looks, like this if we bake it. But in this case, with a coat hanger, we actually need to turn this revolve back into just the edge, especially this U or the V edge, not the other. So you can of course just use a cylinder to do this, but I think the grease pencil idea is a good place to start. So let's try. Let's give this a try. So let's say I'm in the front view. If you click on the X, it goes jump into the front view. I'm gonna delete everything and I'll use grease pencil blank, and I'm gonna draw something. This is like the start of our coat hanger. So that's the leg. This is like a simple, really simple coat hanger that's simply a simple stroke, a single stroke, right? And I'm gonna just make some kind of circular array. So let's save this very, very quickly. So coat hanger study 001. And I'll be using sverchok nodes, as you already can tell. Here I'm just gonna type GP for grease pencil, and I will be selecting the grease pencil and then the layer and then active frame, plug frame info there, reduce the number of multiply, and as a result we should have, if I hide this grease pencil, we have this, yeah, and we have a lot of points. Maybe we want to reduce it. Here I will be actually just using curve. First of all, curve, and then curve spline. So I'm gonna resample this curve into something that's a little bit nicer. So this is how I do it. Just turn it into edge. So this is nice. We could, at this point, actually we kind of simplify the curve, yeah, and then later on, if we use bevel a curve from these points of our grease pencil lines, again we can use circle, and we can further resample. Here there's a step to resample the curve. So we just turn the grease pencil into this nice curve. Okay, simplified curve. And the next thing we want to do is just to make it like a circular array. Oh, by the way, this thing can be, you can have a cap at the start and at the end. And for our thingy, we're gonna use circle and just matrix normal. Just do it like this. You might notice, so instead of getting it's kind of like a reverse. Instead of getting the legs pointing out, so maybe I draw this a little bit wrong. I need to go to the opposite. I'll show you what I mean. So this is what we have at the moment. I select grease pencil. I should be drawing it like this. Oops, not on the same frame. However, I'm gonna go to the other frame, different frame. So we have a new Grease pencil stroke. Hopefully this is correct. Okay. This is correct. Now we can control our coat hanger. Okay. So it's kind of pretty much done. It's really simple coat hanger. It's a circular array. We should have this in Blender. We don't have it yet. Maybe soon. And cylinder. Okay, we need a cylinder as the center part. Turn off center here. Go to the front view. Reduce the radius. Change the color. Increase the height. And then in this case, we want to just move it up slightly. So this is what a typical coat hanger kind of look like. Maybe it needs a bevel around that area to make it nicer. But yeah, okay, the idea here is to play around with this design. For example, with a coat hanger, normally you don't only have single part, you have multiple part, the leg part, maybe the middle part, and the top part. Okay, so let me draw this using grease pencil. So maybe I'll go to that X. So this is the back area. I'm gonna draw, this is the leg part. Okay. And then I'm gonna draw the middle part of the coat hanger. And the top part. Let's do it like this so we can have a lot of things to hang. So 1, 2, 3. I draw it separately, I think I cannot just draw it at the same time. I don't know. It might freak out. Yeah, it freaked out a little bit. In such case, we need to increase the number or something. No, don't worry about that. We have this part, the bottom part. Let's say we want to have 3. Okay. And we can bake. To make this a little bit nicer, actually, let's clean this up a little bit. So mesh viewer. So that's the middle pole, and this is going to be our bevel curve with matrix generated merged together. Okay, so we have the first part, and then we switch to another frame. Second part, this we want to have 4 or maybe 6 or 8. We can still adjust the radius. And I'll make duplicate again. And finally, the top part. We can maybe make this slightly smaller radius. Oops, there's a fire alarm. Hopefully, it's just a test. Alright. But anyway, so we get our coat hanger, procedural coat hanger, being generated using nodes. Hopefully you find this useful. Let me know what you think. Maybe I have to run away because of the fire. And I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.